What is happening, YouTube? Tonight was the opposite night from what happened last night. Last night was a terrible night. The Clippers, they were getting pounded by the Pelicans, but yet they showed some resiliency. But unfortunately, the Clippers just couldn't pull through. And it sucks that the Clippers lost last night, but tonight was a different night. We blew out the Dallas Mavericks, who the media self proclaims that they owned the Clippers, and we just managed to beat them. And it's pretty good to see. Um, you know, since the James Harden trade, it's still brand new. Just still trying to get used to each other, and the way how the Clippers played was really amazing to see. Um, Dallas Mavericks, they got a heck of a squad. They got Luka, they got Kyrie, they got Jaden Hardy. Um, they acquired Grant Williams, but he hasn't been doing good lately. However, Derek Lively, he was out tonight, and Derek Lively, he is pretty good for the Dallas Mavericks. He brings the defense, and he definitely brings what the Mavericks need. Um, but Clippers essentially beat them by 20, so it doesn't really like matter that much since Clippers just dominated. But anyways, let's go player by player, and a lot of players they bounced back. Well, one particular player I should say, Paul George. He didn't have a disappointing night. 25 points. Almost got a double double. Pretty good, getting his rebounds, 4 assists. Pretty good. Played defense. Kawhi Leonard. He had a terrible night. Shot 2 for 12. 6 rebounds, 3 assists. 2 blocks. So Kawhi Leonard in the regular season, he doesn't really do too crazy, but in the playoffs, that's when we know what Kawhi could do. Zubac, he finally played like a big man. 14 rebounds, 11 points, so he got a really nice double-double. Zubac the past week, I heard he's been stepping up. That's really good to see. James Harden, pretty inefficient field goal night, probably because he took less shots. That's fine. Um, he showed more effort on defense. That's what I like to see. Um, 2 blocks, 1 steals, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. May not make the shots, but he he definitely did his thing all the way around. Um, Terrence Mann, Terrence Mann, he reminded people on why that it's not a wise idea to trade Terrence Mann, even though if it's a star in the market. Just because you get all the stars doesn't automatically mean you're a good team. Just check out the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns, they always been going all in for all the stars, but yet it didn't go so well for them. Um, Clippers, unfortunately, they fell in a trap, and and who knows what's going to happen with the team. Hopefully, Clippers can pull it through, but the trade was still like a huge head scratcher, and I definitely stand by the statement. PJ Tucker, PJ Tucker didn't play as much amount of minutes, which is understandable because the Dallas Mavericks they play more small ball. They're not like the Pelicans, who are like a big team. They're not big man oriented. But nevertheless, PJ Tucker, he does what the stats don't show. He puts effort on defense. 1 rebound, but his defense, he always puts in effort. That's a huge difference between PJ Tucker and Marcus Morris. I think the Clippers upgraded big time with PJ Tucker because um, Marcus Morris and PJ Tucker, they're both not the best at scoring. But the thing with Marcus Morris is he always would have to take the shots, and usually the shot doesn't fall. And the thing with Morris is his defense is a liability. That's the problem. Compared to PJ Tucker, yeah, his shots is pretty ugly as well too. But the thing is, He brings the effort on defense, and that's what I wanted to see from Marcus Morris. He doesn't always have to shoot like really good every single night, but what we asked from Marcus Morris was to play to put an effort on defense and hustle, which last which is the games that I seen from last season. He didn't show many of that. PJ Tucker, on the other hand, he hustles. Yeah, he can kind of frustrate some people at times, including me. But as soon as I saw him guard Nikola Jokic about like a week or two ago, that definitely earned my trust in PJ Tucker. And what he did last night against Zion definitely earned my trust more. I won't be surprised, during the postseason, he becomes like a Patrick Beverly type impact. Because Patrick Beverly, he does a similar thing. Doesn't show up on the stats. Yeah, he might get more rebounds. Yeah, he's more athletic. Yeah, he shoots better. But both of them, they bring the grit. And PJ Tucker, so far, he showed that. Even though he's an older player, he definitely still makes impact. Um, Daniel Tice. Daniel Tice was a pretty solid acquisition as well. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. He brought the energy. Um, Ever since the Clippers brought Daniel Tice, since Plumlee went down, definitely helped a lot with the Clippers. He brings the energy. He's always everywhere. Solid acquisition. A lot of people, I kind of questioned it. I would have rather went for a guy like Noel and all that. But Tice, he's solid. And glad he's doing well. Norman Powell, he's a bucket. Really efficient. Wow. Didn't realize he shot 100%. He did not miss. 4 for 4, 3 rebounds, 15 points. He did his thing. Shout out to him. Pretty good 6 men. Um, Now, the elephant of the room. Russell Westbrook. This is why we stand with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, even though he had a terrible game, like offensively, I know he's not the problem. Even when he plays bad, he always would make an effort to hustle. He pushes the pace. He makes the Clippers play way faster. He always puts his maximum effort on defense. And like I said, pushes the pace, and the Clippers get more possessions, and the Clippers score more. And on the defensive side, Russ would always find a way to get the hardest rebound possible. Shout out to him. Shout out to Russ. And like I said, that's how we stand with Russ. And ideally, would have been better if Russell Westbrook started. And man, I can only imagine how the team would look, because Russell Westbrook starting with Kawhi and PG looks like a match made in heaven. But since the Harden trade, the whole team is still trying to get used to it, because the reason why I also like Russ more than Harden, because yeah, Harden, his moves are nice and his highlight looks pretty cool, but he slows down the pace a lot, and it has to revolve around him. But at least this time, his defense looks better and all that, so I guess I'll give him that. But we stand with Russ. And one thing that you got to do is you don't ever disrespect a man who is willing to take a pay cut and was willing to make that sacrifice to go to the bench. You do not disrespect a man. You don't slander a man. You don't slander a man like that. And as soon as Russ took the pay cut during the summer, I already became a huge Westbrook stan compared to back in February when I was a huge Russell Westbrook skepticist. And now him going to the bench, that just put a nail in the coffin that yes, Russell Westbrook is a Clipper for heart. A Clipper by heart, and he's definitely a Clipper Hall of Famer already. He earned his status. He sacrificed so much for this team. But anyways, other players, Bones Highland, so glad to see him play. It really sucks that he was out of the rotations for so long. Um, Ideally, I know since the Clippers traded for James Harden, I guess it's kind of hard to find minutes for Bones Highland, but I would definitely would love to see him play minutes. And some games, honestly, if we were to play like a faster team or like a youthful team, I would have just maybe give the shooting guard minutes, the 6 man minutes to uh, Bones Highland rather than Norman Powell. I get it, Norman Powell, he's a good player, but I don't know, man. Like like Bones should not be getting DNP'd, and because if you try to like split the minutes, I kind of understand like their rhythm might be messed up. So maybe like just some games you play Norman Powell, it's a Norman Powell night. Some games it's a Bones Highland night. Um, that's just my personal opinion. Um, Also Diabate, I thought he looked pretty solid. 2 rebounds, 1 steals. I'm still pretty surprised why the Clippers refused to play him as a backup minutes, but hey, that's why I'm grateful for Daniel Tice. Kobe Brown, he looked solid, 3 rebounds in 5 minutes, so he did his thing. Amir Coffey, 1 rebound, 1 assist, garbage time minutes. He did all right, but overall, glad to see the Clippers playing this well, and that's why ideally it's better for Russell Westbrook to start. But of course, um, Harden he would not want to like come off from the bench. So I guess if this rotations would result us to win games, I guess I would not mind that for sure. But if anything, this is definitely like a a game that silenced the people who slandered Russell Westbrook. But anyways, let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks. Grant Williams, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Um, from what I've heard, he's been having a down year for the team. Rashawn Holmes didn't have a good night. Only 5 rebounds, 0 for 4. Derrick Jones Jr. Only 1 for 5. Not a good game. Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, they did all the carrying. Luka, he was a bucket. His usual 30 points. Kyrie Irving, 26 points. Smooth. They did their part. Tim Hardaway Jr., 12 points, 2 for 9 from 3. Overall, the whole entire Mavs team, they did not play so well. Jaden Hardy, um, he should be playing more minutes in my opinion, but I guess um, you don't want to go extremely small, and especially you're playing guys like behind Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. But again, it would be nice if you could find a way to like if Cade find a way to play Jaden Hardy more, because Hardy, he's a bucket and he does his thing and he gets rebounds and all that. But anyways, that was a good bounce back game for the Clippers. Clippers needed to win, and it's great to see. But anyways, that should end this video. Let me know what you think about the game in general. We face the Dallas Mavericks on Monday, and if we could, I'm at the Nuggets, and if we could beat the Nuggets, that would be beautiful, beautiful to see. I don't think Jamal Murray's back, so who knows? Clippers could take advantage. But anyways, that should end this video. Thank you all really much for tuning in, and peace.